Hey, and welcome to Equine Photo School. What you are about to see or listen to, whether you're on YouTube or the podcast, the following presentation, if you will, is a snippet. It's a little portion, a section of this course that we have at equinephotoschool.com. So you can go there, check out the course that we have. It's free. It's for, getting started in photography. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. There's a lot of content in there. We're going to add more content as we go. So whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to this on your favorite podcast player, there are more things to see. There's written words. There's some stuff you might be able to download depending on, exactly which section that you're about to see now. But the following is just, I want you to know it's part of a bigger project, a bigger course that's free. All you have to do is, go on there and sign up for it, and you can start watching it right away. Especially if you're new to photography, it's going to be a great resource for you to learn all the things there is to know to get started and really build a great foundation for the rest of your career. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Hey everybody, welcome to Equine Photo School. Here we are again at the whiteboard. I want to talk to you guys today about not deleting your pictures anymore. Stop it. I know you guys are doing it to save space. There's a lot of reasons. I've heard it all. There's just no good reason for it. I've never heard a valid reason to delete photos. I have 2.7 million photos right here in this case. I'm missing a couple hard drives. These last 3 are currently being used on projects right now. So they're not in this case, but boom, boom, boom. There's 3 holes right there. I'll show you guys this case right here. This is a Pelican Air. Not even sure which model. Oh, 14. This is the 1485, in case you guys are wondering. Pluck foam. You take out 2 rows of foam. They fit these nice little Western Digital My Passport hard drives. Other hard drives are similar size and shape from other companies, but these are the ones I use. There is approximately 20 of them in here. Yeah, there's 20. There's probably room for 21 if you really, use up these edges here. I have some little hard drives in here as well. Got a card reader in here just, to have an extra one with these. I have lots of card readers all over the place. You're always looking for one. Side note. Anyway, 20 of these 4 terabyte hard drives fit in here. Now, a lot of you guys have said, I delete my pictures after I do a photo shoot for somebody. I've delivered them the photos they wanted. I delete them. They're gone. I never need them again. And I just delete all the raw files. I keep some of the edited ones, but the raw files, trash, right? I just throw them away. I would strongly advise you to reconsider, and let me tell you why. A lot of you guys have said, I just don't have the storage. Like, the storage is there. It's out there. You just buy it. It's easy. You go on Amazon.com, you search for one of these, 4 terabyte Western Digital My Passports, right? And boom, you get one shipped. All of a sudden, you've got 4 more terabytes of storage. That's a lot of storage. Let me break it down for you a little bit more. Let's say you do a private session. This means like horse portraits, people portraits, like you were hired by an individual or company to do pictures for them. They've got a stallion, or their high school senior, their daughter's going into high school. She wants pictures with her and her horse, whatever. That's I classify that as a private session as opposed to an event where you're the official photographer, kind of more of a public thing. Anyway, private session. Let's say in one photo shoot, you shoot 1,000. Let's say this is one photo shoot. You shoot 1,025 pictures, right? That's kind of a lot, this is I went through my hard drives, found a few, kind of averaged it out. We're about 1,725 photos. On an average, I just grabbed a handful of ones I felt like were average photo shoots, averaged those out, and we're just going to kind of use some generic sort of numbers. This works out really good here because that is approximately 50 gigabytes of information, which is quite a lot, and I can understand these are, I'm shooting these in RAW, So these are raw files. So if I do one photo shoot and shoot 1,725 photos, I have approximately 50 gig of raw files, which I can understand. You'd want to, you know, ditch those. And that's usually with a camera like this. Oftentimes I'm shooting with this. This is a, you know, 5D. Then this one is my 1DX, and if I shoot with this, the raw files are smaller. These are very big raw files. So we're just kind of averaging this out. You can do the math. You can figure out exactly what camera you have, how much each picture is worth, and whatever, and you can do this math, but I'm just kind of generalizing it for you. So don't eat me up in the comments for this, right? So let's just say, here we are, 1,725 photos, 50 gigabytes. Now, if you buy one of these 4 terabyte hard drives, a 4 terabyte HD hard drive is about $125 on Amazon. I just looked it up. 125 bucks for the Mac version. I use Macs. Now 4 terabytes equals 4,000 gigabytes. And 4,000 gigabytes divided by 50 gigabytes equals 80 photo shoots. Now that means you can get 80 photo shoots on a 4 terabyte hard drive. So you take your $125 and you divide that by 80 photo shoots. We're going to say PS for photo shoots. That is approximately $1.56 per photo shoot. So every time you go and do a photo shoot and you get paid, and let's say that you can't afford, you're telling yourself that you can't afford to keep buying more hard drives, right? Say that's your excuse. Now you are using every dime of that photo shoot to live off of, to, you know, to buy more gear, to do all the things that you have to do to run your business. You are, you know, you charge $500 for a photo shoot, you use up 500 of those dollars, and there's no more money left to buy more hard drives, right? Let's say that's the predicament you've put yourself in, and that's what you've been telling yourself. Now, you've done this math, and you come up with something similar to me, and you say for $1.50, let's round this up. Let's say this is $2. You're telling me that you can't either increase your price per photo shoot by $2 to buy another hard drive, or somehow find a way to squeeze out $2 and maybe not, you know, buy a coffee, you know, after 80 photo shoots, maybe you buy one less. I mean, I hate to use coffee because I love coffee, but, you know, figure out some other way to save $2 per photo shoot. I think you can handle it. I think you can make this work. As you can see, it's not much, man. $2 get you over the course of 80 photo shoots on a hard drive. Then you never have to delete these photos. If you got a customer that comes back 4 years later and they say, oh man, my daughter and her senior pictures, those were like the last professional photos that we had. Remember when we did that session last year, that horse has passed away. We want to get some more photos of that horse and my daughter, and you know, she's having a real hard time, so I want to make something special for her. So we need you to edit them a different way now. And we, you know, where we saw some pictures in there that we didn't buy at the time, which this happens to me most time. They say, oh, I didn't buy them at the time because, like, you know, we were kind of strapped for money, we were in a hurry, but we saved them as a favorite, you know, we remember those photos, and now we're really kicking ourselves that we didn't buy them, right? So your customer says that to you, and now you go, oh man, you have to tell them that you've deleted the pictures of their horse and their session, and they're, you know, they're out of luck. Now that's a disappointment to your customer, and they're going to be sad, and you know, like, it's heartbreaking for them because they've lost that horse. They can't reproduce those images. But once more, that's cost you money. That's cost you way more than that $2 that you saved by deleting those photos. It's costing, if they buy one picture, it's going to make even if it's like the tiniest little picture, they buy a set of wallet size pictures or whatever, figure out whatever your cheapest product is, and you tell me how many times that has to happen. One time, right? Say you've got a $20 product, and one out of every 10 photo shoots comes back and says, hey, I forgot I wanted this picture, and I didn't buy it in the order the first time, but hey, can I buy it now? I know it's only 20 bucks, but hey, I got 20 bucks. 1 out of every 10 does that, you're breaking even. I mean, like, you're paying for that hard drive with every one, I mean, that's gold right there. Like, you are, I don't know, you're making people happy, man. That's what it's all about. You're keeping your customers happy, you're staying in business. It doesn't take very many orders to make up that difference to where it makes it worthwhile to keep all of these. I have numerous times in the last 6 months gone back to these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard drives. The very early days, all these images here, 2014, 2015, I'm recording this in 2021. I mean, worth it. It's just having them around. You put them in a case, they just go up on a shelf. It's no big deal. Okay? Now let's say you don't shoot private sessions at all. Let's say you're an event photographer like I was, and you're just doing a lot of events. So let's do event photography here. Event photos. Now, this varies wildly. Some events are huge. They're several weeks long. Whatever, they're massive. You shoot, you've got you and 3 other shooters or 5 other shooters. Like I've had 14, 15 people working for me at any given time. So those events are huge. But let's talk about where you guys are probably at now. If you're watching this, you're probably not shooting those massive events. What you're probably doing is you're shooting these little weekend events, like 2-3 days. And let's say, for an example, I went through my hard drive, looked at a whole bunch of events that were kind of that medium small range. And let's say you're doing one event and you're shooting 10,000 photos. Now, that is going to be, they're all going to be JPEGs. And I know I'm going to get eat up in the comments here, but I shoot JPEGs for events. Now, if you've watched my other video series, you've seen where I talk about JPEGs and RAWs and all that kind of stuff and why I shoot different ones for different things. But when you're shooting 10,000 photos in a weekend, it's nice to have JPEGs. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of you guys get finicky, you overthink this whole JPEG versus RAW thing. And I'm telling you right now, these 10,000 photos, most of them, 99.9% of them, are going to be just souvenirs for somebody. They wanted a cool flick from the weekend to remember it or whatever, and so it's not important to have a RAW file. But let's not get into that right now. Let's just say I'm shooting those, they're JPEGs. That is going to be approximately 125 gigabytes. Now you see where I'm going here. We've got our 4 terabytes equals 4,000 gigabytes, just like we had before, same. And then let's say those, we take 4,000 gigabytes and we divide that by 125 gigabytes. That equals 32 events. 32 events per hard drive. Okay? Now you've got your 125. Let's just do this. Boom, boom, $, 125. I have to tell you it's a $sign because it looks miserable. $125 for one hard drive, and you divide that by the 32 events that you can get on that hard drive, and that equals $3.09. $3.09 per event. So if you're shooting events, I guarantee you that you can come up with another $3 that you can save and you can put in a little jar, and you say, all right, here's my $3. Now, when I get 32 events shot, I'm going to buy another hard drive because it's going to be due, it's going to be time. I'm going to have this hard drive full, and I'd always recommend, maybe set this at $5 and then only shoot 80% full, because you don't want to fill these all the way up, but you want to get 80-90% full is fine. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. Just bear with me here, right? Say you're putting $3 in a little jar, you're saving it times 32 events, boom. You're able to buy another hard drive right then and there. No problem, because you'll have the money. You've set it aside already to buy another hard drive. And then you don't have these people that come to you later and say, oh, I wish that I would have bought those pictures. And you say, you know what, that event was 6 months ago and I deleted those pictures because I don't save them afterwards. Now, I'll tell you what, if you go on my Zenfolio account right now and you go to olliezimages.com, you can find all 2.7 million photos that I've taken. You can go back to 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, there's nothing from 21. That was a joke. I retired. But you can go back through all of these pictures and you can still order them. I have, since I retired, I've still brought in approximately $10,000 worth of photos because I've saved them this entire time. And people can still order them. They're still available online. They can go in there, they can order them, they can pick them out, they can do whatever size they want because I still have the original photos in these hard drives. I can still fulfill their orders. Now you tell me that $3 for every event, this 125 times 20, right? Say these were all 125 bucks a piece times 20. That is $2,500. Okay, so that's $2,500. And that sounds like a lot, right? Over the course of 20 hard drives, over the course of approximately 7 years, 6.5, 7 years, I have accumulated, I've spent $2,500 on hard drives. And you might say that's a lot. But what did I just tell you? I've been retired for 6 months and I've already made 4 times that much money off of old photos that are dead and gone. That was a long time ago. Some of those are way back, 2014. I've sold pictures from 2014. Here we are in 2021. That's nothing. It doesn't matter. I've paid for these hard drives over and over and over and over again so many times. It's not even funny. It's just you guys are getting hung up on this little piddly stuff when it just, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. I mean, what's 125 bucks? You know, in the long run, the grand scheme of things, if you're buying those little like 500 gig hard drives, I mean, they're more expensive per terabyte, right? Because they're half a terabyte. They're going to be more expensive. That's why I buy these 4 terabyte ones. You can buy 5. I have a 12 terabyte one in my office that I use as a backup, and that's what I've switched to using those now and having those back themselves up. And those are really cheap per terabyte. I mean, they're huge. These are nice because they're portable. They fit our lifestyle of going somewhere and shooting pictures and having the hard drive there. I take this entire case with me in the event, like at an arena. If I go shoot event photography, when I was shooting event photography, this whole case would be in the booth. And that's why it had to be padded. It had to be really nice. I always lay extra cables in here. I've got an extra card reader so that when the booth crew has somebody come in, which they do every single event, and they say, hey, can we get some pictures from last year at this event or 2 years ago at this event? We skipped last year, but like 2 years ago you guys were here and we didn't order all the pictures we wanted. Or hey, can we look and see if there was some that we missed because we had to get out of here early, whatever. They always have like a reason they didn't buy, and you don't want to have a reason why you can't sell them. Fair? Okay. Hopefully you guys are going to stop deleting your pictures and you realize now it's just not worth it to delete them. It's costing you money, not saving you money. Thank you for being here at Equine Photo School. I appreciate you, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get to keep up on more videos like this, and listen to the podcast. Subscribe over there on your favorite podcast player.